Was good, was good, was good. It's CamJNetwork. Sorry but not sorry boxing talk. Back with another banger, you heard? Hey, before we get started, make sure you hit that like button for sure and subscribe to CamJNetwork if you ain't subscribed yet, man. We definitely working over here, man. Support the grind. Support what we got going over here, man. We turning up, man. We lit, and we back with another banger right here, man. Shakur Stevenson says he's not chasing Tank Davis. He had an interview the other day with Brian Mazik from Fight Hype, and I'm about to play a clip of what he said in the interview right now.
Obviously you mentioned the name. It probably come up in 95% of the interviews you do. Gervonta Davis, do you have to have that fight this year? Or is it like a thing that you're not even like, I don't gotta even have it anymore?
It's kind of crazy. Like like I done said it 100 times. Like I'm willing to make the fight happen. I still feel the same way.
Hmm.
But I mean, more and more, I mean, he got to go do what he got to do. But more and more, it's just kind of like I don't want to keep chasing somebody that's like he like a little girl. Like he feel as though like you chasing after him. Like no, I'm just trying to make the best fight in the sport. I'm trying to make boxing great. I want the best versus the best. I want to prove that I'm the best. That's all I want. It's not that I'm chasing you, that I keep your name in my mouth, or bro, it's the fight that the world want to see. It's the fight that the fans keep calling on. So that's why I'm saying it. But with him, it just seemed like, he on some little girl shit to where it's like he feel as though you chasing after him, or like I need him or some shit. Like nigga, I don't need you. I'm already fucking filthy rich my damn self, bro. So it's like it ain't even the money. It's just the fact that nigga, we the best fighters in the sport of boxing. So I want to make the best fight the best. But if you feel as though you got some girl shit going on there, I really don't give a fuck about it like that.
Yeah, no, I get.
Now, now you heard this man Shakur Stevenson speak on the fight with Tank Davis, saying that he's not chasing Tank Davis, saying that Tank Davis on some girl shit, and he want to fight the best. He want the best to fight the best. Well, Shakur, let's talk about this, man. Let's walk with me right here, man. All right, Shakur. You remember last year, man, and we got to go back to last year. Remember last year, man? You was a free agent last year, Shakur. You had all the opportunity to make a fight with Tank Davis. While you was a free agent, Tank was negotiating a fight with Lomachenko. Lomachenko ended up backing out of negotiations. And then what did Tank Davis and PBC do next? They reached out to you. You're on record saying that PBC reached out to you, including your managers is on record saying that PBC reached out to you. Y'all were in preliminary talks. You didn't even let the preliminary talks prolong more than a week and just moved on and went and signed on with Eddie Hearn in the Metro. Steven Espinosa, he's on record saying that yes, we were in preliminary talks. It didn't get far, and Shakur wanted a long-term deal, a multi-fight deal, and we were looking for something more so a one-fight deal for him to fight Tank Davis directly. And what did Shakur Stevenson do? Like I said, he went to Matchroom Boxing and signed a multi-fight deal over there with Eddie Hearn. And you know, just think about ever since Shakur signed with Eddie Hearn, you know, what has happened since then. His first fight was supposed to be Joe Cordina. Then he had a hand injury during camp, so that fight got canceled. Then the first initial fight was Kid Austin. after that, coming back. And Kid Austin ends up ducking the week of the fight to where Shakur Stevenson had to fight Josh Padley. And now we have Shakur Stevenson fighting Williams Zepeda July 12th in New York. And this is a fight right here that's been long overdue. Yes, Williams Zepeda has ducked Shakur Stevenson a couple of times in situations pertaining to their fight in particular. But at the same time, you were willing to wait for this fight with Williams Zepeda. You were willing to chase the fight with Williams Zepeda. This has been almost like a 2 year thing for Shakur Stevenson and Williams Zepeda, for real, honestly. And now it's finally happening. But Shakur Stevenson is the guy saying that he is not chasing Tank Davis, but you willing to chase Williams Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? Just like you was chasing a Oscar Valdez fight back in the day. Just like you said that you was going to retire after you was mad that you didn't get the Emilio Navarrete fight last year. I mean, like you chasing these other guys, but you said you can't chase Tank Davis, and you had the opportunity to fight Tank Davis last year, but you didn't want to take upon it. You, from what I look like, in my opinion, for it, it looked like y'all was trying to build your profile pretty much so you can have leverage in negotiations with Tank Davis. But ever since you've been with Matchroom, it's been a shit show. It's been a pure shit show. Eddie Hearn been putting you on undercards. You ain't even main event over there in Matchroom. At least when you was at top rank, you at least they had you main event. You ain't even main event. And then you're the same guy talking about it ain't about the money and everything, but you're the same guy in recent time was saying that uh, me and Tank need to get on the phone. They got to come correct with the numbers and everything. But you're on this video saying that it ain't about the money. I just want to fight the best. See, the problem is, Shakur Stevenson, your actions never match your words. Just like when you go out there and say you're gonna stop this dude, you're gonna put belt the ass and all of that shit. We don't see that shit in the ring ever. We don't see you putting belt the ass out there. We don't see you stepping on shit. You ain't look good since you've been at 135. A lot of the performances you had at 135 has been lackluster. That's the facts of the matter. And like I said, your actions don't match your words. You talking about you putting belt to ass? We don't see that in the ring. So I'm just saying in general, if you willing to chase other fights, but the biggest fight is Tank Davis, and you're not willing to chase that fight, it's pretty strange to me. Because I mean, I see a lot of y'all boxing fans like out here, y'all putting all the harness on the A side, but if the A side reach out to you, shit, the B side need to go to that table and talk with them. Shakur Stevenson wasn't willing to go to that table and fully talk with Tank Davis about a fight last year. And that's the fact of the matter. And after this fight with Williams Zepeda, he's supposed to be a free agent. So he has another opportunity. He's fighting July 12th. Tank Davis is fighting August 16th. They're both fighting around the same time. After both of these guys fight, and hopefully they both definitely get wins in both of their fights, with Shakur Stevenson being a free agent, he has another opportunity to try to make a fight with Tank Davis as a free agent. The question is, will Shakur Stevenson do? Yeah, Shakur Stevenson calls out Tank Davis all the time, but action-wise, shows that he ain't really trying to make the fight because he putting roadblocks in between the fight. And I've been saying this on my channel the whole entire time about Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. He wants Turkey to be involved. He got Eddie Hearn in his pockets. Eddie Hearn only taking a promotional fee off of him. He ain't. So Eddie Hearn has not invested in Shakur Stevenson not one fucking bit since he's been signed to Natural Boxing. Just been putting him on undercards and taking a promotional fee off of Shakur. Just another hand in his pocket, along with Josh Dubin and Jay Prince. Oh yeah, we speaking facts here. I'm just saying, like with the A side shit for us, Tank Davis. Why would Tank Davis give up his A side for a fight with Shakur Stevenson? What value does Shakur Stevenson have? He's never been on pay per view. He's on undercards right now currently. The performances ain't even measuring up. His value is pretty much down. This Williams Payto fight is huge for Shakur Stevenson. He has to put on a great performance to even look good for future fights other than Tank Davis. And another thing, crazy part about the whole A side B side shit, when Canelo makes a fight with a guy, it'll never be no issue from the B side making a fight with Canelo ever. He don't be trying to negotiate and try to leverage up shit with Canelo. Canelo ain't going. But the whole world want Tank Davis to give up his A side leverage for Shakur Stevenson and his other contemporaries just to make these fights happen. But y'all don't keep that same energy with Canelo. You see the double standards in that shit? Shakur Stevenson value ain't no more different than a Frank Martin for real when it comes up to the numbers, etc. For real, when we all think about it. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson is an amazing fighter and everything, but talent don't come up when it comes up to the numbers. When we look at the numbers, Shakur Stevenson never been on pay per view. This would be his first back end fighting Tank Davis if they was to make this fight happen. Tank Davis is not Earl Spence. Shakur Stevenson is not Bud Crawford. Tank Davis is not about to give up his A side leverage the way Earl Spence did with Bud Crawford to Shakur Stevenson. So Shakur Stevenson, if you really want a fight with Tank Davis, go after that shit, man. I ain't saying taking any offer from Tank Davis, but whatever's gonna be offered is gonna be your highest payday, and you know it. And I remember you on record too after the Padley fight saying that you wasn't gonna fight Tank Davis till your hands was 100% healed. We ain't forget about that. Then your grandfather's on record saying that your hands been hurt your last 7 fights. You see that, man? It's nasty work, man. My memory is very well. I remember all of this. And just the fact of the matter is, Shakur Stevenson action shows that he doesn't want to fight with Tank Davis. All the call outs, it's cool and all, but put some action behind the call outs. We don't never see no action from Shakur Stevenson outside of the ring, nor so inside of the ring. And we better see some action from him from Williams to Pater, because Turkey got some plans for Williams to Pater. He already planning for Williams to Pater to fight Andy Cruz next. And where does that leave Shakur Stevenson? Yeah. Turkey made Shakur Stevenson apologize in public for talking bad about Turkey. It's nasty work, man. And we're going to see once Shakur Stevenson is a free agent if he really going to be about that action to try to make a fight directly with Tank Davis instead of trying to use Turkey and Eddie Hearn in between the situation. Oh, and we ain't forget. Y'all remember Shakur Stevenson when he first, a little bit before he signed on with Eddie Hearn? Right when he was on the brink of signing on with him. Y'all remember Shakur Stevenson told Eddie Hearn, Don't don't negotiate no fights with Tank Davis. Negotiate any other fight. And obviously, they didn't even attempt to negotiate with Tank Davis because obviously Shakur Stevenson went over there to Natural Boxing so he can go fight Joe Cordina, a guy that was coming off a knockout loss from the 130-pound division where they pulling him up to 135 pounds. Eddie Hearn pays for him to be in the rankings for the WBC to make it look good for Shakur Stevens in the fight. Joe Cordino on his first fight on the deal. Yeah, my memory is vivid on this shit, bro. I'm just saying, man. We gonna see what's up with Shakur Stevenson if he got that action, man, when he become a free agent, man. I don't want to hear no excuses. I'm gonna come right here back on CamJ Network. If he ends up going otherwise, not trying to make a fight with Tank Davis after this free agency, I will be on here cooking Shakur Stevenson again and telling him that he's a pure duck, that he don't want no smoke with Tank Davis. So we're gonna see what happens with Shakur Stevenson, man, come July 12th and so forth. And everybody make sure y'all like and comment on the video, man. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to KMJ Network, man. We got a lot of contact on the way. You know what I'm saying? The content is lit. And every Wednesday, remember, every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sorry but not sorry, Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. We live, full in effect, and I got a lit show in store for us on Wednesday night, man. So make sure y'all be there. KMJ Network YouTube channel, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sorry but not sorry, Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. We lit with it, you heard? And we out of here.